he will sit down, play video games, put his headset on, and just scream. He like just yells and screams.
It's not that
And
loud.
it can be really loud in the whole house.
If you agree with the following statements, step forward and explain why you agree. Our parents favor the other sibling.
Okay, so I agree with that because I've always felt like I always end up getting in trouble for anything that she does. Same with the middle sister. I've always been like, being the oldest, I get blamed for everything, where she can get away with anything.
Yeah, I definitely feel that a lot, especially like physical conflicts. They don't happen as much, but like when there's a physical conflict, I feel like Kobe gets a lot of the slack more just because he's the smaller guy.
If you disagree, step forward and explain why.
I feel like our parents definitely favor me more, like with just pretty much everything that happens. Any arguments or fights we get in, they just kind of back me up instead.
I disagree because, like, my parents, I feel like it's not they care less, but, like, I can get away with more stuff because they already went through it with 2 or 3 kids.
Yeah.
So they don't really care as much.
The most important things to me is my family, especially my sisters. That's who I'm, like, closest with.
Basically the same thing. I think that my sisters, they're who I tell everything to, so chances are if you tell something to me, they're gonna know, period. And I always warn people that, but same with my friends too, but I always go to them first. I guess I'm just looking forward to seeing like other people's interpretations too as well, like how they interact with their siblings.
Yeah, I'd like to hear, like, some of the answers that Emerson has.
Yeah, and what she's thinking too.
Yeah.
I am the least annoying sibling.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not that loud and annoying. I definitely used to be. I had some annoying moments, but I feel like now I just kind of keep to myself a little more. So.
Yeah, I definitely am probably the most annoying in my family. I used to be like pretty bad. I would just do like random stuff and make up like random songs and just sing them over and over and over
I
again.
can't even call it a song.
When we were younger, Luke had this really weird obsession with frogs, right? So we caught some and we had this little habitat, and he decided it'd be a cool idea to spray paint them, right?
These were toads.
Oh, toads, sorry. Right? So we spray painted these toads blue. And then our oldest brother,
Sweetest paint job ever.
yeah, him and I. And then our oldest brother comes out and he sees it. He's like, I'm telling mom, right? He's going to tell on us. And we freak. So we start chucking them onto the neighbor's roof.
Try to wash it off. Didn't
Yeah.
come off.
Yeah. And so he was able to make it up there. I threw one. I just hit the neighbor's house because I couldn't get one up. And he was just throwing them onto the neighbor's roof.
We've definitely always been like a tight family, but like growing up, there was definitely a lot of dysfunction among siblings. And as we've gotten older, though, I feel like we've become more intentional about spending time with each other, and so I think it's gotten better.
We are closer now than when we were kids.
For us too, and our middle sister too, I feel like when we were younger, we would fight all the time. Like, it was bad. Like, we hated each other almost. Like, couldn't be around each other. But now I feel like we only want to be around each other.
Yeah.
Like, we always are spending time, always telling each other everything. Like, we can't get away from each other. But when we were younger, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, especially like physical conflicts have like gone down tremendously because like, you know, when you're little, you know, punches only stick around for like a little bit. It's like, oh, it hurts and it's whatever. But then like now that everybody's bigger, like there's a little more consequences if you get in a physical fight with your siblings. So we like to settle stuff verbally now.
No matter how big of a fight we get into, I know that they will always love me.
Yeah, I feel like after every fight, we usually go away and then for a little bit, and then we come back and we apologize, and I know that it's gonna be fine. Like nothing really like crucial has happened, and I know that like he still loves me and I still love him. So
I feel like for us, we can say some pretty mean things to each other, but like we like go away for 10 minutes and then we can come back together and start joking again like nothing ever happened. And it's all fine.
Taking a be real or
I should
something.
take my B roll.
Oh, did the B-roll go off?
Yeah, alright.
Just making some sort of kissy face.
You guys can take your B roll if you want. Or you can shot.
Okay.
Emerson never stops singing, and then she also always likes to talk about herself.
Campbell likes to make me and my other sister look bad in front of everyone else. We just had this conversation yesterday.
Our family.
I mean, it's kind of dysfunctional. Our parents are split up, but I mean, that doesn't. I feel like it doesn't make a huge difference, but
Yeah, our parents are both like different, but they work well together, even though they're split up.
yeah. And then
And
us
then-
3 sisters are pretty close.
Yeah.
I wish that I was closer with my siblings.
I definitely wish that maybe we had started getting closer sooner,
yeah,
because I feel like it's definitely getting better, and I think it's gonna keep getting better. But we like don't fight as much, but we just kind of are like living separately almost, except like when we're getting ready for school in the mornings and whatnot.
yeah. I feel like if we had started sooner, then it would be different. Now, like we wouldn't have the damage that's already been done. Sort of like some of it is just like with the fights that we had, it didn't matter, but they
Right.
still dampened the relationship. But we built most of it back.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I always enjoy looking back on memories. I've never really just like sat down and done it with Kobe specifically, and so I hope that this will just help us build a stronger relationship.
Disagreeers, step forward.
I'd say I disagree only because I feel like we've made up for all the time we've lost, like when we were younger. And we just are so close now. Like, I only go to them. And they give me all the advice, even though I have more years of life experience. But they somehow are smarter than me.
I'm scared that as life goes on, our relationship will fade.
Yeah, so that sometimes, even if it won't happen, sometimes I worry about that. Because even if we're already so close, like it can happen. And I know we'll probably grow a little more apart, but I just don't want to, like, damage the relationship we already have.
I disagree because I feel like we're already so close that I don't feel like we'll get farther apart. And I feel like we'll always make a point to call each other whenever we're having problems or anything. And none of that will change.
I think there's definitely like some distance that naturally happens. Like I am excited to, get out of the house and start my own family, and not because like I want to be away from my siblings, but because that's just what happens. And I'm excited for them to do the same. And I'm not worried about that distance. We're still gonna like get together on holidays and have good relationships, but I'm not really worried about losing them. I don't think that's a possibility.